What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and today we're going to be predicting the Colts' 53-man roster. Very difficult to come up with this list, especially as we were rounding it out, but I do feel like I have a pretty good idea of who's going to make the team and then who's not going to make the team or who's going to be on practice squad. And I know I'm probably going to be wrong on a few. I totally understand that. I do have some surprises in here, so I definitely could be wrong. However, I do feel like the majority of the guys I have predicted correct to make this team. So I'm going to run through by each position, starting with quarterback. Then we're going to end off with the kicker. And I have each position grouped into one. So all the cornerbacks, you're in one group. I'll read you off at the same time. Linebackers, same thing. The only one I didn't do, and this was just by accident, was the edges. So left side, right side, um, did not end up grouping the edges together as one. So I want to start out with the quarterbacks. And the quarterbacks that I believe will make the roster are Carson Wentz, Jacob Eason, and Brett Hundley. Now, I do believe once Sam Ehlinger is healthy and ready to go, he will make the 53-man roster, and then Brett Hundley will be cut. However, we live in a crazy world, and now we have to have three quarterbacks just in case of an injury, a sickness, or whatever. So that is why I think Brett Hundley makes the team. However, if Sam Ehlinger was good to go for week one, Brett Hundley would not make the 53-man roster. So that's why I have him making this roster. Running back, another easy group to predict to me. Jonathan Taylor, Marlon Mack, Naheem Hines, and Jordan Wilkins. They're all going to make the team. I know Deion Jackson had a really good game in that final preseason game, 81 yards rushing, one touchdown rushing, one touchdown receiving. That's really good. But look, Jordan Wilkins, I believe, is the better running back. What does he average? Like 6 yards a carry, something like that. It's insane. So you got to keep him. Naheem Hines he offers you so much, so you have to keep Naheem Hines. Hopefully, he's extended very soon, but you have to keep him either way. Marlon Mack, you just brought him back. He's going to make the roster, and then of course Jonathan Taylor. Um, Obviously, he's going to make the team. Now we go to receivers. The receivers I have, no surprise with the top four: T.Y. Hilton, Michael Pittman, Paris Campbell, Zach Pascal. Those are your top four receivers. They're making the team no matter what. So the question was, are the Colts going to go with 6 receivers, 7 receivers, 5 receivers? And I believe they're going to go with 6. And the 2 guys I believe they're going to go with is Michael Strawn and Desmond Patman. I believe those 2 played well enough to keep a spot. I think the battle was really between them, Tyreek Black, and Tyler Vaughns. But the last 2 preseason games, Tyler Vaughns, Tyreek Black, they didn't really do anything to make me go, okay, they're going to make the team or they're going to compete for a spot. The Michael Harris, unfortunately, I don't think he did enough. I think he will be on the practice squad. So if any of these guys get hurt, knocking on wood, hopefully that doesn't happen. I believe DeMichael Harris will be available. And then you got Ashton Doolin. That's the one guy that seemed to always make the team because he offers you a lot of value when it comes to special teams. And he's a good special teamer. But I feel like this receiving group is so good. Special teams was not enough for Doolin to make the team. He had to offer more. And I thought he did all right in the Lions game. But yeah, I don't think he did enough to make the team. We got 2 other guys, Naheem Hines and then another player we'll talk about later, that offers you special teams ability and I think is better at the special teams game. So that's why I don't think Doolin makes a team. I think he'll be put on the practice squad, because you just never know. At tight end, I have 3, Jack Doyle, Mo Alley Cox, and Kylan Granson. Not surprising, but hey, those are the guys I have making the team. I don't think any other tight end will make the team at all. We can always pick up a tight end if one of these guys end up being out for a game for whatever reason. So now we go to left tackle, Eric Fisher, and then Julian Davenport. That surprised me. Going into the preseason, I would have never thought Julian Davenport would have made it over Sam Tevi, but here we are. I don't have Sam Tevi coming back. I think Sam Tevi is released. He has not been good at all in preseason or in training camp. Julian Davenport, while he hasn't been all that great, like he's been solid. So he'll stay. And Will Holden, he doesn't make the team. I just feel like Julian Davenport was better. So Julian Davenport makes the cut. He makes the team. Congratulations. At left guard is going to be Quentin Nelson and Chris Reed. Not a surprise to me anyway. Then at center, Ryan Kelly and Danny Pinter. I believe Danny Pinter could probably play other positions too. That's why I think he definitely stays as well. He's a pretty solid center. I think he does all right. So when Ryan Kelly is out, I think Danny Pinter will do pretty solid. So um, I do have those two making it at center. Right guard, Mark Galinsky, Will Fries, however you want to say his last name. I got them making the team. Um, you know, I think Will Fries did enough, even though it wasn't a whole lot. I think he performed well enough to make the team, which to perform well enough is just below average. You don't have to play great. And I thought he was better than below average. I thought he was around that average point. But yeah, I didn't think he was bad. I think he did well enough to make the team. Um, and then at right tackle, just Braden Smith. Reason why I don't have two right tackles is because I believe if a injury happens with Braden Smith, you can put somebody else in there, and I think they can do all right. You can put Julian Davenport in there, and I think Julian Davenport will do okay. He played right tackle, and I thought he did fine. Going on to edge at the left side, I got Kwity Paye, Kamoko Toure, and Ben Banogu making the team. I think they all did good enough to make the team. Um, and if you're wondering why I have these guys listed where I have them, it's because Colts.com had them at that spot when I was looking at their unofficial depth chart. So that's why I have them there. At D tackle, I have DeForest Buckner, Grover Stewart, and Taylor Stallworth making the team. No surprise with those guys making the team. And then I have Taekwon Lewis, Isaac Rochelle, Al-Qadim Muhammad, and Dio Dengbo making that right side of the edge. I thought Isaac Rochelle I thought he played really, really well in preseason. I thought he did really good things. Same with Kwity Paye. Didn't even mention Kwity Paye. Has a sack in both games he played in, including one strip sack. Pretty good, if you ask me, especially for a rookie. And look, Isaac Rochelle has been really good in the preseason. I thought he's done well enough to where he makes the team. He was kind of teetering on that edge between making the 53-man roster and not making the 53-man roster because of how good this team is, but I think he did enough. So I have him making a team. Dio, he'll probably be back around week 6, week 7, somewhere in that area, maybe a little later, but I don't think any earlier. So Dio, he makes the team as well. No surprise. Chris Ballard will never let him go. I don't care if he was playing well or not. Chris Ballard loves him so much, he's not letting him go. And then we go to linebacker. I got Darius Leonard, Bobby Okereke, no surprise there. Same with Zaire Franklin, not a surprise at all. Then I have EJ Speed making it, Matthew Adams, and Isaiah Kafuzi. I think Isaiah Kafuzi did enough in that third preseason game to just get into the 53-man roster. I thought a week ago that if any of them were going to make the 53-man roster, talking about the undrafted free agents, it would be Isaiah Kafuzi. And he performed really well. I believe he led the team in tackles in the final preseason game. So I have him making the team. And as you'll notice, Jordan Glasgow, I don't have him making the team. He would have been, it was either going to be him or Isaiah Kafuzi. I just thought Isaiah Kafuzi provided more. And I feel like he can throw Isaiah Kafuzi in at special teams and hopefully get similar production out of him compared to Jordan. A lot of people are probably going to have Jordan Glasgow making the team. I don't know. I don't think he did quite enough in the preseason, and I think Isaiah Kafuzi did enough. Same with Matthew Adams to make it. I do think Jordan Glasgow is going to be on the practice squad, and if he doesn't get picked up, I think the Colts will definitely pick him up. So that's my linebackers. That's kind of one of the big surprises I have. So there's my linebackers at cornerback. This is where another surprise comes in. Xavier Rhodes, shocking that he made the team. Said no one ever. Kenny Moore, Rock Ya-Sin, TJ Carey, and Isaiah Rodgers. Those are the guys I have making cornerback. Marvell Tell, kind of a surprise cut. Look, I think Rock has been better, even though Rock made some mistakes. Made a big mistake in that preseason game. I think Rock has been better in training camp and in preseason than Marvell Tell. Same with TJ. I thought TJ went out there, has performed better. And then same with Isaiah Rodgers. I think Isaiah Rodgers did better. Plus, I think what Isaiah Rodgers provides that Marvell Tell doesn't is Isaiah will provide the special teams. So, and to be honest, if Ashton Doolin, made the team, Isaiah would have been cut because of special teams. But I think Isaiah provides enough special teams, and he has shown that he can play really good at cornerback. to beat out Marvell Tell. So that's why Marvell did not make the team. Very difficult. He was one of those last guys I had to cut. Just just so you guys know, it wasn't like I was like, yeah, get rid of Marvell. And then we go to strong safety. Kari Willis, George Odom, I have making the team. You're not going to let George Odom go at all. All pro special teamer. You just don't let that go. Plus, he's been looking good, I thought. I think he's been looking good in the postseason. And then at free safety, I have Julian Blackman and Andre Shachari. Have both of those guys making a team. I liked what Shachari has provided for the Colts. I thought he's performed really well, and I think he makes the team. I think he can play corner, and he can also play free safety. He was listed as a free safety on Colts.com as well as corner. That's why I have him at free safety. Long snapper is going to be Luke Rhodes. No surprise, you need a good long snapper in this league. Luke Rhodes is your guy. At punter, Rigoberto Sanchez making a team. No surprise there. And then at kicker, we already knew he was going to make the team, but Rodrigo Blankenship is that final guy making the team. If we kept Eddie Pinheiro and him, then it would have came down to, okay, which one do we keep? But I still would have went with Rodrigo Blankenship. Perfect in the preseason. So was Eddie Pinheiro. But yeah, I think Rodrigo Blankenship has improved what the Colts were worried about, and that's why he made the team. Again, Marvell Tell, Jordan Glasgow were some of the bigger surprises. I thought both of them were going to make the team, but at the end of the day, I had to let both of those guys go because I think we got other guys on the team that can provide similar production to those guys. And if you want to throw Ashton Doolin as a surprise too, because of his special teams ability, same thing. Naeem Hines and Isaiah Rodgers provide what Ashton Doolin was able to give you for a few years. Like I said, special teams wasn't going to, keep Ashton Doolin, from not getting cut. I think he was going to have to do more to make the team. And I know there's some people that think he's going to make the team still because of special teams and that ability. And he's a great special teams returner. But again, I have to look at the team and what I feel is going to make them better. I feel like keeping, both Michael Strawn and Desmond Patman are going to make the team better because we have two really good returners that can go out there for kick returns, punt returns. And at that point, who are you going to keep? Ashton Doolin or Desmond Patman? And then you can replace Patman with Michael Strawn. Who are you going to keep? To me, the answer is Strawn and Patman. So that's why I have those guys getting cut. Now, to be fair, IR is a thing. Some guys might be put on the IR. I think Dio is on the IR. So I think one of those guys I said were surprise cuts could make the team because of players being put on IR. But looking at it right now, I'm not putting IR as a factor. I'm talking once you get rid of the IR and everybody's off of it, that's gonna be your 53-man roster. Unless there's injuries, of course, but hopefully no injuries happen, or at least nothing too serious if any injuries are going to happen. So there you guys have it. There's my 53-man roster. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments below. Also, let me know who you think is a surprise cut that could happen down below, and let me know where I'm wrong in the comments as well. If you're new, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click the subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon so you're notified whenever a video goes up, as well as when we go live on here. If you like this video, like the like button or click the like button. It's getting late here. I am sorry for the misspeaking. And again, don't know when I'm going to be uploading. If I'm feeling up to it and nothing's going on Tuesday, I will be putting up a video about the 53-man roster and seeing how many I got right and how many I got wrong. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt. Bleed Blue. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other two videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.